Greetings everyone, and welcome to Random Info Corner. I am your host, Meanie Tiny, and today we will be talking about how to research writing. Once you get your idea for a story, most authors would dive in and immediately start writing. And there is nothing wrong with that. But what if there was a subject you didn't know too much about? Immediately, you will go online and look up whatever it is you are questioning, such as who invented pizza? The perks of the internet is that it answers your questions in a flash. Most of the time, you do not need to select a website. Google will just tell you. However, despite having endless information, it also has numerous distractions, which can lead you watching random cat videos. I personally use the internet when I have simple questions I need answers to. Most of the time though, I use books to answer my more difficult questions. The library is the best example of locations you can try. It is like the physical version of the internet. The pros are that you don't need the internet. You are not being bothered by random pop-up ads, and for most people, it is a relaxing area to focus. The cons are that sometimes the book that you need can cost a bit. You have to go out and drive, and other times, they don't have the book you are looking for. For this, you could also try talking to people who are experts in the field. Interviewing a person may sound like a scary thing, especially for a newbie or even someone who struggles in public speaking. But when you have someone who has lived the job your character is living, then talking to them is the best way to go. Set up a date, have your questions ready. Make sure to bring an extra writing utensil. And don't forget to exchange contact information in case you have future questions. What you also have to remember is to be respectful. Don't waste your time with yes or no questions. Have a conversation with them and only ask questions relevant to your story. Now, if you're more of a visual researcher, then you can try documentaries. Documentaries are helpful when you are researching a certain event that happened a long time ago or even recent. You can see how people may have reacted to the events and can also get the idea of how the people may have lived. For this example, I have the Salem witch trials. Some documentaries will go in detail as to how it started versus the ones who focus on a specific individual. Unfortunately, documentaries can only go so far as to what you want to research. The reason for this is that it does not answer your big question that you have for your story. Understanding what your big questions are is to figure out what is the most important questions that will help move your story forward or help you build your world. The reason for this is mainly because we have small, simple questions that can steer us into the rabbit hole of procrastination. That's right, too much research can become another form of procrastination, and you will end up with a lot of unnecessary information. This is caused mainly because a subject can be really fascinating and you want to know more about it. But when you have a deadline, you must know when to stop. And if you have done the extensive research, then I am sorry to say that you will not use everything. Sometimes, it's good knowing how things work, but not when it does not move the story forward. The final thing I feel the need to say is that sometimes you will encounter a subject that does not have enough information. Personally, I have encountered this road, and the way I fix it is by asking a different question from the one I originally had. I will go in more detail in a future video explaining the steps of how I overcame, which is why you shouldn't settle on just one article, video, or even a person when doing your research. If you made it this far and may have gotten lost along the way, or may need some more clarity on a few things, then you're in luck. I have taken the liberty of finding at least 3 other videos on this similar topic and put them in the description box below for you to watch on your spare time. I also suggest trying out Masterclass. This is where today's information came from. They also have teachers like Amy Tan, Malcolm Gladwell, Shonda Rhimes, and even David Baldacci, to name a few. So don't forget to share this knowledge with other people who might be interested. And remember, I got your back. This has been your host, Meanie Tiny, wishing you a studious day.